Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Today we're going to be talking about Pluto in Aquarius retrograde. I know. It's starting May 4th. It goes till October 13th. Paying attention to that number. And in this period, it's about going inside. Now, why would I be wearing sunglasses inside? First of all, they're just fun, but also they were gifted to me by an Aquarius. A woman who has an Aquarius moon bought them, didn't like them, gave them to me. She's in her mid 70s. She's buying fun shades. She's living her best life. The point is, the Aquarius is always on the look for the new and the fun. They're always in the mix. It's like constantly seeking, constantly curious, technology, advancements, out there thinking. We love all this. In Pluto, it gets deep. It gets deep. It gets deep. And so when it goes retrograde, we go inside. Why is this so important? So May 4th through October 13th, as I said, Pluto in Aquarius will be retrograde. And this means that all these upheavals and things that we're seeing out in the world, right? Protests everywhere. Yesterday was May Day in France. There were all these protests, workers' rights, for abuses being done to people in other countries. The government came in. There was some footage of, authorities hitting the protesters and getting them back. Revolution, right? Revolution. Everybody's talking about French Revolution and the American Revolution, how those happened the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, as well as others like in Haiti. The key of revolution is evolution, right? The re just means we're looking back at things, right? It's like a retrograde. We're looking back and seeing what works. We're looking and we're investigating. We're going inside. We're reviewing. We're trying to find what we missed. Now, because Pluto is in a sign for many years, right? About 14-ish years, depending. That's what we have for this Aquarius journey. It's about what is it on a global scale and on a personal scale that we need to evolve. Now, the Kabbalists teach that Pluto is a profound sign because it links with our soul. It corresponds to the sign of Scorpio, which is all about depth, which is all about truth, which is, as a water sign, very emotional, very caring, very loving, and deep. Did I say deep? Because it's deep. Right now, we're seeing people complaining about this and complaining about that, seeing all these injustices and horrors, right? And it's a lot to take in, right? Even when it's happening to somebody you don't know and you're watching it on TV, we feel it, right? We feel the humanity. The depth of Pluto allows us to go there. And Aquarius is all about humanity. It is all about everybody's needs getting met, everybody being taken care of, everybody having the same access. It's a beautiful, worldly, giving sign. However, there's always challenges. And the thing with Aquarius is its challenge in this world, according to the Kabbalists, is one-on-one relationships, right? So they're great at looking at the world and the big picture and seeing what needs to be fixed, but their one-on-one relationships tend to have some distance in them, tend to have problems. I use as examples when I do readings Abraham Lincoln, right? He had policies, he was able to unite, he could get people around to his thinking, but when it comes to his family, with the death of his child, with his family, they didn't feel him, right? He wasn't there, he didn't connect to them enough. This is a model for what an Aquarian should work on. Now remember, we have all the signs in our chart, so we all have Aquarius somewhere. So it tends to be the area where we're altruistic, where we want to do good on a big scale. We want to help many people. We also have to connect to the heart of the one, right? That's how we get the big things done. But I'm saying in our personal experiences, and definitely if you have an Aquarius in your sun, moon, or rising, You'll care, you'll give glasses, you'll be thoughtful, you'll help people heal. I have friends, people that I know with Aquarius moons, and they've changed my life in so many wonderful ways, whether it's health routines, positive thinking, consciousness. And how are their one-on-one relationships, right? How close are they getting to people? Children, family, lovers, coworkers, community. It tends to be, I'm great out there. But when it comes home, when it comes to intimacy, can get a little squidgy. Now, with Pluto in Aquarius retrograde, during this period, again, May 4th to October 13th, we're tasked with, okay, we see the big problems out there. We see that there's injustice. We see that there's unfairness. There's sexism. There's racism. There's hatred for no reason. There's hatred for people think for a reason. When it goes retrograde, we're going to be looking inside at ourselves. Where are we judging? Where are we hating? Where are we intolerant? Aquariuses are really smart. They can be a little too smart, right? They can be a little too big ego. Big smarts, healthy ego's fantastic. But when you think you're better than another, when you come across that way, right? Aquarius is a forward-thinking sign. They see the future. It's very much about technology and advancements. It rules the 11th house, our social circles, our communities. As I said, technology and the future, advancements. These are all wonderful, important things. How are we preparing ourselves in those areas, right? Are we thinking about the future? Are we thinking about the future globally or just ourselves? Right? That's a problem, right? And Aquarius naturally opens up to thinking about others. So this is why it's never a one answer for all. I mean, it is. Let's think about everybody and work on our intimacy, right? But I'm saying the model for how to do that is different because for some people, boundaries, distance is hard for them, right? So that's the other side. So for you and where it is in your chart, you have to look and be honest with yourself because Pluto, being naturally ruled by Scorpio in the 8th house, it's all about depth. It will not negotiate with terrorists. If you try and, no, it will raise and rebuild, right? What's not solidly built, what's not solidly formed, solidly meaning for the best of the person and the world, will be changed. And that's what we're going to be seeing. So it is a challenging period because we may be realizing, oh my God, I've built a work life based on principles that don't align with me. I have family that don't align with my own values. I have friends and social circles. And so it's profound. So I'm saying it's deep. And that's why we have tools. That's why there's therapy. That's why there's books. That's why there's healing modalities, right? Exercise, Reiki, meditation, all tools for you to use in this period to transform the things that you're seeing that do not work, right? And it's, again, a period where you might need to have some hard conversations with yourself, right? With yourself first. Now, luckily, because Aquarius is such a smart sign and is about problem solving and fixing and making better and improving for the future, it's a great sign for making progress. The clash can be, as you can see, with the emotions of a Pluto, Scorpio being its home, and the airy thought of an Aquarius. We have to make sure that what we're putting through our mental process is also going through our heart. I know I say that all the time, but it's what this era is about, right? It's what our lives need to be about because we want to feel others and connect with others, and we want to be making changes and include others in our process. Doesn't mean we do things that, for other people, there's no, oh, they made me, no. But I'm saying, listen, if you make an improvement, it might be that people around you aren't happy, right? That's a tough part of life, but it's a truth. So should you not make the change? Of course not. It might be that you need new friends, a new job, a new workplace. Maybe you create a new initiative where you are. Maybe your realizations you share with others and community build. Very Aquarius, very of the mood. So in this period, it's going to be profound because, again, we're starting out the Pluto and Aquarius cycle. So it's a little bit of, like kids learning to walk in this new area of depth, which is, I just had the word come to mind, like abyss. And it's not an abyss in the sense that it's some albatross that we can't get through, but it might feel daunting, right? When you realize you haven't built things on a solid structure, that can feel enormous, right? Again, this is why we have each other, for help. So find the tools, find the answers. If you're seeing a problem, if you're seeing something that doesn't work, it's to be fixed, right? It can be fixed. Ain't no thing. It's just, it takes the effort and the work. And yeah, it's the game of life. Again, I don't know why all this is happening. I just know it is. And so for the betterment of ourselves and our world and this period, use this time. Find the tools, find the communities that resonate with you, find new ways, new groups, new things that serve you better. And for gosh sakes, if all else fails, just make sure you have a fun pair of sunnies because, yeah, that'll be fun. Bisous.